Hi, this is Peldi from Balsamiq. Today we're going to wireframe one of the most requested features for Balsamiq mockups, and it's search and replace. Alright, so here we are. Find and replace. This is one of the most requested features we have. And we've actually tried to develop it once, but the design was too ambitious. Let me show you what I mean. At some point, Lorem, this is my text. So sometimes it happens where you have text that is below the fold. Say it's like this. How do you do find and replace in this case? How do you highlight the text? Say you're searching for pizza text. Say you're searching for the word pizza. How would you show it here? You know what I mean? Highlight it with yellow. That's kind of tough. The other thing that we hit against was performance implications and zooming and panning. It was just too hard to do. It wasn't a great user experience. So today I would like to try and wireframe something that is a little less ambitious. So it's a little less in context, but possibly feasible. Sometimes that happens. Actually, let me see if I can find the old wireframes. There it is. So this is what we had implemented, and we have implemented and thrown away. Basically, you had a you do Control F as usual or Control R, and this little bar would show up top. You'd be able to search, flip through the results, and then you'd have these simple options, and the replace is similar. And on a match, it would select the right mockup or symbol library, zooms it, scrolls to put the match into view, and this is the problem that we had before, that I talked about before, highlights the matching the controls text. So it was just it was too hard. We weren't able to do it. This I think we can keep. It will be right there. Okay, so let's start over. I'll leave this minimized. So what I'm thinking about right now is that, actually I'm going to copy this part because this part is the same. So you go here, find and replace. I don't know, or something alt, because I think that's already used. But anyways, we'd have some way to invoke these with a keyboard shortcut as well, of course. Okay, and then find and replace, take 2. And then what I think we could do is do it all in a dialog. In a dialog window. So let's see. What I'm thinking is that there would be a preview section. Well, obviously there's the find text field. There's probably going to be some explanation before that. Maybe we could do it this way. Place. And then we'd have those checkboxes. Let me just copy that from the old wireframe. Nope, I think there's a group in there. Go back. Ungroup. There we go. Alt. Oops. 5 fingers. Oh, come on. Alt. There we go. Okay. So this would be somewhere here. Maybe some options. Words. X. Okay, so this one. So then there would be like a preview section. And maybe there is maybe something like this, matches. Maybe like this, a list here, and so here it would list, it could list where it matches. So you would say, I don't know, home, company, products, blog, basically all, and here we could say home, link bar 3, home, I don't know, browser, home, I don't know, something like button 27. So I would tell you where, this could be a data grid, where it's the mockup and the control, maybe something like that. I don't know, we can look into that more, but anyways, it would be something like that. And then when you select one, it would basically show it to you. What happened? What did I press? It could show it to you, and another scroll bar. So say it's in a link bar. So you're searching the word products. And so basically you would center it here and maybe highlight the whole thing somehow, but not, you know, not exactly the word, because that was one of the most difficult things that was impacting performance quite a bit. But we know the boundaries of the whole control, so that's pretty easy to do and quick. So let's pretend that there's a browser here behind it. For instance. Okay, this kind of shows that it centers the linked, the selected control and highlights it. That's not bad. Here we could do 15 matches, or maybe just put 15 here. Well, in this case it's 6. The preview is there, and then we have to have the usual buttons, which are find next, replace and find next, replace, skip. Wait a minute. Well, here we go. We just need to a way to quickly scroll through these. So, where do we put the I'd like to have these very close to this, so you can just click through these. So maybe this can just be a down arrow, and that just means go to the next one, and then I can have a nice little up arrow. So this is a way to click through them. And that just basically selects the current one I want to work on. And then once one is selected, you can do, maybe we can put it here. This I don't think we need. We could put replace and, well, maybe just go replace, and then it will also go to the next one. And then there's a replace all. Because find really is, then these would be disabled if you're just doing find. I don't know. Well, find and replace. Do we want one dialog or two? Usually they're split up, but they're very similar. Let me try to split them up and see if it's better. So we'll do that. This one on the left is just the find one. And so the find, you don't really do anything. Oh, well, what we want to do is something like go edit. Right? I found it. Now let me go edit this. Maybe it can be more of a classic dialog, which has two big buttons. Edit current match, or go edit current match. Something like that, or close. If all you wanted to do was just look at how many matches, etc., etc. So what to find? And then these can go maybe here. Oh, sorry, I went full screen instead of grouping, and this is defined dialog. So this is easier to implement because of this, because we're not doing it in context. This is really just an image of the wireframe, just zoomed and placed in an easy way. There we go. I'm fiddling while I look at it and think about it. So this would be fine. You just basically navigate through and you can go edit. Okay, next, if we want to do the replace one, basically it's very similar, and this is not a checkbox, but it's just a label. And here there's more actions. I like this idea of let me start over. I like this idea of the buttons down there. This could even be blue, which is more. Okay, so here it would just be find and replace. And this will go up a little bit, make some room. Okay, so here you don't just search and replace, but here you have to, if we put the actions buttons here, then it would be like this. Replace and I don't like that the buttons here are so far from this area. I do not like that. Because I don't know, let's see, find next. And then there is replace all. So here you could look through them and then go replace all, and then you're done. Otherwise, I think here it would be, this would be the primary action. Oops. Sorry. Okay, I don't love it because this is too far. I mean, if it, right, no, that's not good, because you could say, okay, this one I want to do, next one I want to do, this one I don't want to do, so, and you want them to be close. So there would have to be here, we would have to have a skip. skip this one, which is basically the same button as going down. There's too many buttons. Right, here we would have to at least have skip this match. And we could do something like this, down arrow, so that you know that it's the same button as the one up there. Now, do we really need these buttons? I mean, it's a list. People know how to go through a list, right? They can just navigate through the list. They just click on things. So that makes it a little cleaner. I'll do that here too. Let's see. Oh. So here we wouldn't need this because there's no, it's not really matching anything. These are a little far. This is a ton of buttons here, but maybe it's not so bad. So you would be typing product, our products, see the matches, you can flip through them, and you can either go boom, 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 or boom, boom, and then boom, boom, replace, replace, skip, replace, skip, or if you like them all, you just do replace all, and this closes the button. These two don't close the dialog, but this one, and this one do. And here, these two also close the dialog. So this might work. This might be just enough for what our customers need. All right, well, I'm gonna sit on it for a little bit. But I don't think it's terrible. All right, bye.